has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Take this all the way down to the Saints 13. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 54 yards on the ground.
10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
1-yard gain.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
To the 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go deep. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mixon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. That gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Flush to his right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Lets it fly for Thielen. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Saints 7, Raiders 0.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Saints.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. looking from the gun. Herbert. That's caught once again by Gallup. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
New Orleans.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Herbert, eluding the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining,
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On second down, here's Kaepernick. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
We'll call that a punt, a 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Saints.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw is Kaepernick. Being chased out left to Mixon on the check down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. Looking deep for Adams. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. He's going to go deep for Funchess. It's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Amani Hooker. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a draw play to McCaffrey, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This is McCaffrey. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. Have got him. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
A loss of 3 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 8.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Lets it fly for Thielen. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
And that'll set him back 5. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Saints 28, Raiders nothing. Graham Gano set to...
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. Flushed out right. He finds Corey Davis. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
10 at the 49-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Kaepernick going to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. He gets this to Davante Adams. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun again to Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 38-yard line.
Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Taken down and sacked.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Looking deep for Adams. That is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Herbert now on second down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
First down, Saints.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Herbert off of play action. Now he'll escape to his right. Got a man. It's Tonyan complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
A lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
5 yards remain on second down. Again, it's Mixon. This one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mixon with it. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Brings up third down.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for New Orleans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.